So there, guys. You have to excuse me. Not long woke up. It's been a very busy day yesterday. My boys just feeding the guinea pigs for me. Thank you, sunshine. So yeah, yesterday was Andover Comic Fest 2.0. Do you want to turn it down, please, sunshine? Thank you. On YouTube. Yes, yesterday was Andover Comic Fest 2.0. The reason we call it 2.0 is because we'll be doing another one in September, so that'll be 2.5, and the tour will be like the amount of years that we've done it. So last year was Andover 1, so that was the first one. 2.0, second one, 2.5, third one, but in the second year. It made sense in my head when I thought about it. Yeah, me and the boy, a very busy day yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, we started about 8 o'clock in the morning, getting stuff downstairs, repricing stuff. He did really well. How much did you make, Joshua?
14.
£14 he made. That was more than that, wasn't it?
No.
No? Okay, £14 he made. I think he's just checking out my YouTube channel. Yeah, absolute blinding day. Really nice weather as well, which was good. I think it kind of started off slow, and then it picked up really, really nicely. Awesome guests. We had some awesome guests. We had Go Beyond crew, absolutely amazing. Travelled down from Southampton for us. I was trying to think who we had. The cosplayers were brilliant, absolutely amazing. We had Cruella de Vil, Mr. Paul. I think they come from Salisbury. Absolutely amazing. We had Lady May J appear again. A Jedi Sith Lord came along, and he also brought his son, Finley. I won't say second name's 1 because I don't know him, and 2 I don't want to get stalked. But I think the first half of the Comic Fest he was a Jedi, Luke Skywalker kind of feel. And then he came as a Pokemon trainer, Ash Ketchum. I'll say Ash. But basically, Finley and Joshua, they got on like a house on fire. At one point, Joshua comes to just kind of go around town Pokemon hunting. I was like, yeah, you can do if you want, but be careful. We had the awesome guys from Blood and Valor. Absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough money for a graphic novel, but I did buy a print of them, which I will show eventually. Who else did we have, Joshua? Paul Fry. Oh my God, Paul Fry, you are a legend, my friend. Proud to call this amazing artist not only a local to the Comic Fest, but a really good friend as well. He's actually doing some work for me at the moment on some blank variants. And then, of course, there was myself for YCC Comics, my not so little boy anymore. Do you want to come and wave on YouTube? We're not really dressed. We're all a bit messy. Well, I'm still wearing the same T-shirts yesterday. Mark, of course. MAW001, long box full, long box full. One of them. I think I've linked him to my YouTube channel, so go and find him. It's awesome. Everyone knows Mark. Mark's absolutely amazing. And hopefully he's got the taste for it. Mr. Wolf, absolutely did blinding yesterday. Me and him were kind of competing with the graphic novels. Obviously, where I bought them, so I have to set them at certain prices. But his was his collection, and he was just blowing it out of the water. He did really well. So if you're watching this, Mr. Wolf, come back come back and sell with us. My dream has always been for myself, Mark and Wolf, to do YCC Comics in the White Hart. Mark jumped on it straight away after we did the larder cake. It was alright, but then as soon as we got into the White Hart, that was it. It was amazing. That is where you will see YCC Comics 99% of the time. The reason I say that is because I have plans for myself. So car booty season's coming on. I'll be doing some car boots. eBay, I'm going to list some things on eBay now. See how we get on. And hopefully progress a bit further. I have some plans in mind. I've got to speak to the guys at the White Hart first. Some other pop-up shops, but yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, the whole event was just absolutely amazing. Different from last year. I think the atmosphere, I said to the guys, and a lot of people agreed with me, was it was more of a fun event rather than a selling event. And a huge part of that was to the cosplayers, the sellers, Paul, Blood and Valour. You know, it was all very chatty with the customers. It didn't seem. Oh, sorry. A guy from Andover, a local guy from Andover, he was also there again for the second time, selling graphics and a few single issues. So thanks again for popping down, dude. Yeah, it was totally different, and I'm not sure it was whether because how we laid everything out. It was kind of like a nice circular movement kind of thing. The plans we had was some tables in the middle. I'm glad we didn't do that now. But everyone just seemed to be having an amazing time. Andy was there again doing his photography for us. Obviously he couldn't stay all day because he'd finished a night shift and then was working again that same night. So thanks again for popping down. We will have some pictures. I will be posting them upon the YCC. I'll be posting them upon the Andover Comic Fest page, YCC Comics page. I'm going to spread them anyway. My own personal page. I'm sure Mark will do the same. Andy is absolutely amazing. He's done this, free of charge. I believe he's going to contact the local papers again and see if we can get some pictures in there. Yeah, like I say, free of charge. If you're in the Andover area and you want a photographer, not only is he a great photographer, he's a really nice guy as well. I've known this guy since I started my current job. So probably 11, 12 years I've known this guy. Absolutely amazing. He's one of the best managers I've ever had to work for. I say one because we've got some really good, great managers at our place. Excuse me, cherry coke. So yeah, huge thank you to Andy. Obviously everyone who attended. We had some locals. What I mean by local, yeah, we had some locals. We had some people from out of Andover pop in as well. So they've travelled from Winchester, Southampton, just to come to Andover for this comic fest. Now, to get to Southampton from Andover in the car, it's about 45 minutes drive. Now, bearing in mind in Southampton you've got Southampton Comics and Forbidden Planet. So they've kind of, as much as I love the guys from Southampton Comics, they've kind of ditched them for this. They've probably gone back and bought something from them as well. So, check out our local comic shops in Southampton as well because they are great. But they've travelled all this way when they've already got 2 comic shops in Southampton. This is how I did my YouTube. You were impressed, didn't you? Josh was looking at me, he was like, wow, my daddy on YouTube. We only just found out, about a couple of weeks ago that there was a Comic Con in Winchester. And I think that kind of beat us a little bit. We still had a really good turnaround. Because obviously you had to pay for Winchester Comic Con. Andover Comic Fest is free entry. But yeah, obviously that was battling against us, but they won. competition. We still got loads of people in. So for September, we know there's like 2 or 3 events in September. We're going to work around them and make sure we don't clash with anyone, and get everyone in there. But like I was saying, yeah, people travelling from Winchester, places like that, come to us. Pardon me. I do have some special thanks, obviously, to all the guests that that travelled down. Obviously, we had Mark, who couldn't make it. I'm gutted he couldn't make it, but obviously really good reasons. But hopefully we'll get him at the next event. Special thanks, obviously, to Mark and Connor and the rest of the crew at the White Hart. Not only for the Comic Fest, but for putting up with me and Mark every month, and sometimes Joshua every month. It's so good of the guys to welcome us into the pub and let us sell and potentially put punters off. But so huge thanks to Mark, Connor, and the rest of the White Hart crew. You guys are amazing for putting up with us. And I believe it's not long been a year since we started selling in the White Hart, so that's kind of our anniversary. But like I say, that is our main place for selling at the moment until we get a shop. If we get a shop, that is our main place for selling. So if you want comics, White Hart Hotel is a place to do it. Special thanks to Paul. Can I show him your picture, Joshua? Yeah. Special thanks to Paul. Basically, Joshua's. How long was you sat with Paul for?
20 minutes.
No, it was longer than that. Probably the last couple of hours. He was chatting with Paul and popping backwards and forwards. And there's a really nice photo I've got my phone, which is on. Yeah, I took a picture of you. And basically, Paul was teaching Joshua how to draw. Traced it, but that's how you start. But look at that. My boy did that. And he's even signed it as well. So that bad boy's gone on the fridge. So yeah, a huge thanks to Paul for keeping my boy entertained. I think Paul's made a friend there with Joshua. Finley, again for keeping Joshua entertained. Guys from Go Beyond, travelling all the way from Southampton. Absolutely amazing. Blood and Valour, I think they travelled from Southampton as well. They all know it's a bit hit and miss, I think, with the Comic Fest. But with this being our second one, I can say that this was probably the best one for the artists. Like Paul Fry did really well. I'm so glad Paul did really well. And I hope Blood and Valour did really well. I was speaking to them and they said they did okay. I think it was more promoting for them. Go Beyond, I think they did really well, and obviously YCC Comics did very well. And graphic novels, I can't remember his business name. He did really well as well, which was good. And again, I think that's how we laid the fest out. Last year they all tend to flood to YCC Comics. This year they went everywhere. Which was brilliant. Competition for us. I said that to I think it was Paul. I said that to Paul. We didn't make as much money this year, but the other guys did as well, if you know what I mean. So for me, I'm happy with that. I can't pay for my Xbox One yet, but that's fine. But the other guys got looking as well, which was really good. And again, the cosplayers, cosplayers, yeah. Obviously for travelling to Andover and for, coming dressed up. I know we had Cruella, and had our local Jedi killer, Sith Lord, outside trying to draw in the punters. Absolutely amazing. I think Mr. Paul popped out there at one point as well to try and draw punters in, but it was absolutely amazing when those at the back, but they was walking the hall. and everyone just loved it. They loved it. Photos being taken and everything. It was brilliant. So yeah, another special thanks. Actually, I've done that lot. Mark, long box short for my one of my BFFs, Mark, for sticking with me for this long, being my partner in crime. I love that guy. Mr. Wolf, not only for joining us this time and taking some of my sales, but for, you know, he's basically like our chauffeur to the event. He doesn't ask for money. I give him some if I can, but I'll say hopefully I'm gonna have a chat with him Saturday. we'll be having him at the events as well, which will be good because it's what I've always wanted, the three of us together. We may have to get more tables, but that's something I can sort out with the guys at the White Hart, or I'll just take less stock, which I don't mind because I can get everyone there, and I love that guy as well. Special thanks to a couple of my local visitors to YCC Comics. They come to the event. Thank you so much. Big man, thank you so much, dude. He basically went through my Magic the Gathering card and said, dude, you need to price this up more. You need to price this up more. So thank you so much. He's going to be my Magic the Gathering pricer. Thing is, with me, I was literally just, I wasn't even reading the abilities. And I think if I would have done that like Big Man did, I would have gone, oh god, yeah, we'll price it up a bit more. But literally, if it weren't for him, I would have sold like, you know, £2 cards for like 10p each. So thank you, dude. Customers probably unhappy with you, but thank you, dude. And Sean and Shannon for popping down, and like I say, showing us some support. It's really good that they came along. However, when Sean popped in the room, I became a bit unprofessional. We're at work, we're kind of like, we're very noisy, and when our other mate, Albertino, comes along, that's it. You can hear us from the other end of the shop. But yeah, have I missed anyone out? If I've missed anyone out, I'm so sorry. I've got a sneeze coming on. Oh, my boy, come here. Come here. This little one, my little sunshine, not so little anymore. Mwah. Sticking with me all day for the second fest as well. So yeah, that's his second or third appearance on YouTube, I think. But yeah, I've waffled on way too long now. We will be having a Forbidden Unbagging next week, along with one of the pieces I've picked up, or probably two, because Joshua was given a gift from the Comic Fest. Oh, now 3. Oh crap, what have I done with that? I bought a comic. I think I might have, I don't know, I'm going to have to find that out. Oh dear. So I'll be showing that in my Forbidden Unbagging next week. But yes, thanks so much for watching. Again, thank you for everyone who attended, helped me, Mark, with the Comic Fest, and for future events, because we will have more. You know we're going to have more. So thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you don't, comment, subscribe, and all that's left to say is thwip it, live long and prosper, and nanu nanu. Bye.